The issue of training, as was flagged by Ashok, is something that is critical to ensuring that there is cloud computing penetration. How do you think we can sort this out?
Building the right skill base is very critical, and I think this is a place where I think the whole ecosystem needs to play a role. I think this is a part where the technology providers can play a role. Right. This is a part where government itself can play a role by, I think, fostering issues like e-governance, even training institutes and other things. And I think part of the onus also lies on the SMEs themselves. I think if they do want to embrace the opportunity, I would say invest in the right technological talent. And I know that is expensive, but at least be aware of what is out there.
Now, there is a strong pitch for Make in India. There is a Digital India initiative, and everybody is at least seeming to be excited about adopting technology, even though there is a curve that we are going to have to go through. As an international investor, as somebody who has been in this space, how attractive is India looking to you, not just from a business point of view, but overall?
Yeah. There are tens of millions of small businesses, maybe 1 million or 2 that are using technology the way they could. We have 30, 40 million businesses potentially, all the way down to a one-person shop who haven't even begun to benefit from the power of information technology. Imagine when they do. Imagine when the productivity levels of our SMBs go up 20, 30, 40% each. We're going to add tens of billions to the economy. And so there's a huge market that hasn't even begun to be touched, a huge potential for companies like us and for anyone in the IT space to go in and tap into in India. And I think the programs that you mentioned that the government is initiating are going to just fuel that. And I think they actually raise the awareness of the importance of technology, the usage of technology, and even give forums for companies like ours to go in and help. Take, for example, Digital India. We actually are out there right now trying to make sure that a million women in India are IT enabled. And I'm sure others will join us in those kinds of causes and make sure that literacy is growing about information technology. That will simply help. I think programs like Make in India have a huge role to play.
Ashok, I'd like you to make your closing remarks, and you could add to what Mitul just said.
We as an industry association work very closely with the government, and there is going to be a whole lot of policy change as far as MSMEs are concerned. What we have tried to define as the new wave Indian MSME. A huge part of it is going to be adopting digital platforms across the board and reaching out even to the smallest one. So I think there is a lot of enthusiasm, and what we have to try to see is whether with the government spearheading it, we can have a common platform with industry associations like the CII, NASSCOM, and the others coming in to give a boost, and working with Microsoft, working with various vendors, developers, promoters. Even a small movement, I think, is something which is going to be significant.
What does Digital India actually mean to you? And going forward, what sort of potential do you see for the cloud computing industry? Is there a figure that you can put to it?
Technology is changing every industry. It's changing every aspect of your lives as a consumer. It's changing every way in which you do business. So I think it's fantastic that we're serviced by 1 million SMBs, and I think that they should continue to thrive and grow as long as they can continue to adapt the services and platforms that will allow them to most efficiently and cost-effectively get products and services to consumers. However, there'll be an array of new companies that emerge, and honestly, those are the companies we look to and we're very excited about, that are inculcating or imbibing the idea of technology right from day zero in their business. They are let's say, furniture businesses that think about technology from day zero. They are fast food restaurants that think about technology from day zero, and they will integrate that and really reduce their cost structure and think about their business very differently. And I think that has the potential to really redefine and pull everyone in. So as much as we talk about education and training, quite honestly, the best education and training is a competition that's going to force you to move in a direction.
What do you think should be the priority of companies such as Microsoft India, which are providing and trying to engage small and medium business enterprises to switch to cloud computing services? And when you look at it from a point of view of a small and medium business enterprise, what is it that they should keep in mind, and what should be their priority for choosing a vendor?
So look, depending on how you count the SMEs, and you include the ones in the organized unorganized sector or not, they account for anywhere between 30 to 40% of the jobs in the country, and roughly about 30 to 40% of the GDP of the country. So the potential that this can unleash is tremendous. The fact that these SMBs can grow faster than ever before, the fact that they can create more wealth, more job creation, all of those are very real. And I think that's what excites me. Microsoft and other players have a very critical role to play in fueling this. So do many other actors in this ecosystem. And I think a lot of the costs, a lot of the inefficiency that exists in the system can be taken out with these new technological innovations. I think there are a few areas which are broader, like payment system, standardization, security, etc. I think those roadblocks, as a matter of time, and should be addressed, and then the sky's the limit, I think.
Well, that brings us to the close of this interesting panel discussion. You too can join the conversation by reaching out to us on social media. You can reach out to us on Twitter, handle CNBCTV18, #AccelerateIndia, or on Facebook at www.facebook.com/CNBCTV18India, or you could also visit our website at moneycontrol.com/AccelerateIndia. Until next week, from the entire team, many thanks for watching.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.